Do you hear banging inside your steam boiler room? Does the water level in the gauge glass bounce like a toddler full of sugar? It's not normal. That's your system crying for help. Don't worry, you're in the right place. I'm Ray Wohlfarth, and this is Boiler Room Detective. Today, we're solving the top 10 steam heating problems before they drive you and your customer nuts. I've written 14 books on boilers. They're available at Amazon, Pronto Heating Supplies, heatinghelp.com, and T.F. Campbell. These are in no particular order. Number 10 is water hammer. Banging pipes in a steam system is not normal. Usually a steam system is very quiet. The first place I would look is the horizontal steam pipes. Look for a place where condensate can pool. Check the level of the piping. It should pitch away from the boilers and in most instances never be level. Confirm the installer used eccentric fittings with the offset on top instead of concentric ones. Verify the near boiler piping is correct. I would look at the pipe connections for the Hartford loop. It should be 2 to 4 inches below the water line. Also, the pipe feeding the Hartford loop should be a close nipple. A long one allows water hammer. Uninsulated pipes lose 5 times more heat than an insulated one. This could cause excess condensate in the horizontal pipes and banging. Steam pipes should be insulated. On a one-pipe system, partially closed radiator valve could cause banging. The valve for a one-pipe radiator should be fully open or fully closed, never throttled. Confirm the radiator is pitched toward the valve on a one-pipe. A two-pipe radiator should be pitched toward the outlet or steam trap. Leaking steam traps cause water hammer when steam meets the condensate. Replace or repair the leaking steam traps. Check the steam pressure. It should be around 2 psi. Pressure higher than that can cause water hammer because the condensate builds in the vertical pipes. Number 9, radiator doesn't heat or heats partially. Is the radiator enclosed in a box? Depending on the enclosure, it may reduce the radiator's heat output. Is the radiator pitched properly? The one-pipe radiator should be pitched toward the valve, while the two-pipe should be pitched toward the outlet or steam trap. Verify the air vents are working to allow steam to push the air out. If the condensate pipe is sagging, water could pool and stop air from being vented. Number 8, low water cutoff trips frequently. The first thing I would check is the boiler TDS or total dissolved solids. In other words, dirty boiler water. Excess solids in the water could cause a surging boiler water line. Check with the manufacturer for the tolerable level of TDS. A simple blowdown may lower the TDS to the level acceptable by the boiler manufacturer. Oil will float on top of water, impeding the release of steam. This results in a rocking water line. The oil may be from threading pipes, or it may have come from the factory when they were machining it during construction. If oil is in the system, simply draining and refilling the boiler with fresh water may not solve the problem. The oil will adhere to the metal surfaces, and when you refill it, the oil comes back and haunts you again. You may have to clean the boiler with soap that breaks down the oil. Check the low water cutoff float and float chamber. Dirt could cause erratic operation of the float. Number 7, surging or priming in the boiler. Check the near boiler piping. If the piping is undersized or the header is too low, it could cause surging and priming. Again, look for high TDS or oil in the boiler. Zone valves could also cause surging if they are incorrectly piped or are fast opening zone valves. Number 6 is uneven heating. If the condensate pipe is sagging, it could cause a water seal and air can't get out. For removed pipe insulation, which would cause the steam to prematurely condense. Check the air vents or steam traps for air removal. Check the location of the thermostat. Is it reading false temperatures? Is there a steam pipe in the wall behind it? Number 5, boiler short cycling. This could be caused by bouncing the water line. Check the TDS level. It could be a defective low water cutoff. It could be caused by excessive draft pulling the flame away from the flame sensor. Number 4, boiler makes a ticking sound when running. This could be scale forming on the water side of the boiler. It could also be the boiler is low on water. Do not add water to a hot boiler. Allow it to cool before introducing water. It could be sludge formed in the base of the boiler. Drain and flush the sludge from the boiler. Number 3, excess water usage. Look for steam or water leaks. It could be the underground condensate return pipe. There could be a leak in the boiler and it's going up the chimney. Look under the boiler when it's off for evidence of drips or leaks. A water meter installed on the makeup water pipe will alert you if the system is taking on water. Number 2, steam is coming from the condensate or boiler feed tank. This could be caused by the steam pressure being too high. Try turning the pressure down to 2. Check for leaking steam traps in the system. Repair or replace the leaking traps. Number 1, high fuel cost. The first thing I would check is the steam pressure set point. The space heating boiler set point is typically 2 psi. Operating it higher than that increases fuel consumption. Be sure the air vents are working. Steam can't get in if air can't get out. Is there carryover? For every percent of moisture in the steam, the efficiency drops by 1%. Check for carryover and make corrections to the system, like flushing or blowdown. Carryover can be tested by comparing the TDS of the boiler water and the TDS of the condensate. Elevated TDS in the condensate shows carryover. A less scientific way of checking for carryover is to watch the gauge glass while the boiler is firing. If you see water trickling down from the top of the gauge glass, this usually indicates carryover. Uninsulated pipes will cause the premature condensing of the steam, lowering efficiency. Re-insulate any bare steam piping. Do the steam traps work? If the steam trap leaks, it could cause other adjacent areas to underheat. Check the traps and repair any faulty ones. Is the water side or fire side dirty? If either side is dirty, the boiler will not transfer as much heat. Instead, the heat goes up the flue pipe. Check the flue gas temperature. If it's elevated, the boiler could be dirty. If this helps you diagnose your steam system, hit that like button and subscribe. I drop new boiler videos every Friday morning. And if you've got a mystery in your boiler room, email me at ray@fireic.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next case.